The Homalco First Nation is just a week away from welcoming almost 200 people to its historic village known as Church House. The nation will be launching its campaign to raise up to $40 million for a trauma recovery center for members struggling with addiction. Today's trip is a preview for some of BC's top politicians. With the intention of creating relationships with those in government, the nation has invited Ministers Mike Farnworth, Spencer Chandra Herbert, and Randy Neal to see the work that's been done so far and what's to come. The visit comes at a crucial time when the nation is still under a state of emergency from overdose deaths. It was declared in March after 4 young members died from toxic drug poisoning within a span of a few months.
Okay, right now we are heading to Church House.
Homalco member and lead skipper Ron Hackett has been navigating these waters to Butte Inlet for 4 years. Hackett says this trip with the ministers is important and a sign of better things to come.
And it's very nice to see what's happening with our nation up here. We see it's like the rebirth is coming back. It was taken away from us. We lost it. We lost our culture, and all our culture seems to be coming back.
And that culture continues to show itself as the nation welcomes the ministers to its brand new dock in Church House. As everyone gathers, Chief Darren Blaney explains the importance of the recovery center.
You know, when I look at some of our young people that only look at drugs and alcohol and welfare, that's not a life. They're a slave to the addictions.
We know that Canada was largely responsible for where we're at, but we need to assist and be a part of the solution.
Now with the trip to Church House completed with ministers and press secretaries from the provincial government, Chief Darren Blaney hopes that this visit will entice both the provincial and federal government to provide more support when it comes to helping Indigenous communities with recovery from addictions, especially since the Homalco First Nation is still under a state of emergency. Once back in Campbell River, Chief Blaney takes a moment to reflect on the day's journey. So Darren, this trip came at such a critical time with the ministers being in a state of emergency. You know, the recovery center is top of mind. What are you hoping comes out of this portion of this trip?
I think the education of the other ministers that will help us to advocate for us. And I think the job of the trauma center is kind of just bringing the whole culture back to the community.
With $5 million already raised, but a long way to go, Blaney hopes this trip will fuel support for the campaign, giving hope to future generations.